Hi, I am Sylvia Hayes and I am here on EntertainMe Viewz. Check us out.
Jody here, and you are tuned into another episode of EntertainMe Viewz, where I am checking in with people from all over, showing all their walks of life. And today I have with me author Sylvia Hayes. How are you today?
I am doing super fantastic. Thank you for having me. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm so excited to learn more about you, your book, your journey, everything. So I'm excited.
Oh,
you ready? Okay, so first we're going to talk about your book, Power Thoughts. Okay, when did you release that?
In August of 2020, during the pandemic.
Okay, so what were your thoughts around that? How did you come up with the book?
Well, I did Power Thoughts on the school bus. And when I stopped driving, I wanted to continue to encourage my students, encourage people as a whole. So I decided to put it in a book to keep on going.
And then before we get into that, what is Power Thoughts? Like, what is the book about?
Power Thoughts is, let me give you the backstory.
Okay.
So you know I'm a senior, right? Okay. So I know that my life was going to be in the hands of the youth, and I want it done right. Okay. So I got a job as a bus driver, so I could teach Power Thoughts to the kids, so teaching them how to treat me. So every day on the school bus, I would do a Power Thought. Is the first one I would do is like, you control your destiny. You have the power to succeed. Let no one discourage you from reaching your mightiest dream. And so in that, I would go on and expand on that. And every day, I would do something different, talking about loving themselves and self-esteem and getting better grades and all of that kind of stuff. And teaching them how to treat other people too, how to love and respect everybody. So that's what I was doing. Just to making the world a little bit better.
Yes, and I like that you said you wanted to teach them how to treat you.
Yes.
We're gonna lead by example. So that's good. Okay, so how were the kids responding to this?
Oh, it was fantastic. I mean, they got better grades, higher self-esteem, they respect each other, and I had no fighting on my bus. Like a lot of kids, they do fighting and disrespecting people. You didn't have that on my bus. And when the school bus driver substituted for me when I was out, they said, "Oh, I love your kids. They're so good." And they're quiet. And when a new person get on that bus and they're going to cut up, those kids put them in my place.
Before you have to.
Yeah, I don't have to. The other kids will put them in place. You don't do that on this bus.
Yeah.
So it was good.
That's you. Okay, so I did not ask, what school district or area were you in?
DeKalb County.
Okay.
Cross Keys High School.
Okay.
School.
Ooh.
Well, I did all three grades. Listen to me, all three sessions. High school, middle school, and elementary. But for the Power Thoughts, I was doing high school and middle school.
And that's a very crucial age, actually. So then how were the parents reacting? Did they know you were doing this?
They did. I think they had a positive reaction because I did get a couple of gifts from some of the parents. And then too, my sister is a teacher down in Mississippi. So every morning we would do Power Thought. We would exchange thoughts. So she would do it down there and I'm doing it here. And the principal too, one of the principals at one of the schools, they were doing it too for the whole school. So he, in the morning time and sometime we exchange thoughts, and he would do it over the intercom for the whole class. But my sister, one of her students, father was a pastor, and he took one of her Power Thoughts and used it as a sermon in the church.
And what made you name it Power Thoughts? You could have named it anything.
Just empowering, thoughtful thinking, empowering, just to empower. With my children, I would empower, empower them with stuff. And so and then with their friends, I would teach them something too, because I know everybody don't do the same thing with their children. So when I run across a child, I instill something in them, especially my kids, because they can be led off, astray. So I'm trying to put it in there.
So which one of your favorite power thoughts out of your book?
The first one I put in there,
Okay.
which is you control your destiny. You have the power to succeed. Let no one discourage you from reaching your mightiest dream. I would say that was my favorite, probably. Yeah, because it reminds me of my daughter. Okay, that was a message I had on my telephone. To be honest, because when I you know how you record a message on your cell phone, that was my message.
Okay.
And so one day, this is just to give you a backstory. One day,
give it to me.
One day, my daughter, she was trying to go to the military.
Okay.
And I didn't want her to go to the military. You know, that's my baby. I don't want her in the Army or Navy, anywhere.
Nowhere.
And she told me, she said, Mama, you remember that message you had on your phone? You control your destiny. Well, I control my destiny. I'm going, okay.
Against you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she did. She said, I control my destiny. I'm going, okay. So let her go, you know, because she controlled her destiny. So that one, but it's a lot of good ones in there. You know, man, I brought the book. There's a lot of them here.
Show the book. Make sure you show the book.
Okay, this is the book, Power Thoughts. And notice I got a brain with a graduation cap on there. Be powerful. Yeah. So there are a lot of good things in here. Like I can barely read here. Give flowers while they live. Yes. You know, don't wait until somebody died to talk about how well they are and stuff like that. So I like that one. And in order to be a good leader, you have to be a good follower. You know, because a lot of time people they want to lead, but they don't want to follow people's direction. It's like, well, if you can't follow direction, how in the world you gonna lead somebody?
You can't go too far.
You know. So it's a lot of good ones in here. It's 85 power thoughts in here.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I'll let you look through it.
Yes. Let me look at it.
It's a lot of them in there.
So how did you come up with the cover art for it? What made you do the brain in the middle with the words around?
Because, again, empowering. The words and thoughts, those words are powerful. That's what I wanted, to just be empowered. Yeah. And not only am I gearing towards the youth, but women too, because women go through so much, you know. And so I have stuff in there for women as well. Like if you look in the mirror and you say you're beautiful, that's all it takes. You know, you don't need nobody to validate you, you know. So because I've had women who've been through domestic abuse and they had low self-esteem. So there's stuff in here for that too, to make you have higher self-esteem.
Yes, give you something to concentrate on and focus on. Feeding your brain better words than would be flowing around up in there. I feel you. Listen, I'm outside. I need to read that. Okay, so let's just talk about like the process of writing the book, just for people out there who's probably starting out or don't know. Like, what was that process like?
Well, it depends on what end you're starting from.
Okay.
Okay, now I was a bus driver for 10 years.
Okay.
So every time I do a power thought, I would write it down.
Okay.
So, but at the time, I wasn't writing down to write a book. I was just writing it down so I can remember what I wrote, what I said, you know, and I can go back at my notes and then do it next year. That was my process. But for me to actually write the book, it only took me maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, because I already had the power thoughts written down. I did the beginning a while back, and then I did the end. So all I had to do was put the middle in there.
And what was the aha moment where you were like, let me put this together?
Well, when my friend kept asking me, have you got started yet?
Accountability partners.
Yes, I had an accountability partner. Akbar in the Hotep. Have you ever heard of him? He was a storyteller.
Okay, no.
He was a good friend of mine. He would call me, Sylvia, you got started yet? No, not yet. Sylvia, have you started? no. And then one day I said, let me do this real quick so he won't ask me again. You know, because I didn't want to keep disappointing him because he's asking me. I'm going, I can't let him down. No.
Right.
So 2 weeks time, I wrote everything down.
Wrote it, then you had to find your publishing company. How was that?
Oh, I am the publishing company.
Oh, okay. You better say that.
I am self-publishing.
Okay.
So I did everything. I did my cover. I did everything. Well, I had some help with the cover.
Okay.
My nephew put the head on the brain that I found.
Okay.
Because he's a graphics artist.
Okay.
I wanted him to contribute. And then my husband put the square around here.
Okay.
He does t-shirts. He did t-shirts at the time.
Okay.
So everything else I did.
You just had to get a little help. Though,
yeah, just a little bit of help. But I designed the cover and everything. I self-published everything. I did my own editing, even though I attempted to get somebody to help me edit, but I ended up doing it myself.
You know how that goes. And then how did you feel once you had the finished product?
I felt like I've accomplished something.
Okay.
Yeah. And this was during pandemic time too. So I had time to do it.
But what you writing next? What you working on now?
Health and stress management.
Okay.
Yeah, because I teach health and stress management too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What can I say?
Okay.
I teach health and stress management. So I'm putting together a book. Well, I'm writing the notes right now.
Okay.
And eventually I'll put it together.
She know how to cook it up now. You know that.
I'm gathering all my material, and I want to do the health and stress management book.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of people need that.
They do. So it's gonna be like tidbits like this book, or is it gonna go into depth like on how to really manage it?
How to manage it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. They're gonna. Yeah. How to manage it and how to stay off the pills and all of that kind of stuff.
Oh, we're going deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know somebody might say something, especially nursing people, but medicine is not always good for you. So I'm just trying to help.
Yes.
To fix one thing and mess up something else.
9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Where else do you see this taking you? Like, do you do any do any public speaking or engagements or?
I've done a little bit, but that's where I want to go. That is my ultimate goal, is to be a motivational speaker, to go out and speak and teach people, especially women. And I want to be the savior. Sad to say. Well, not really sad to say, but that's one of the things I want to do, because I want to empower women.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. And the youth, teach them how to do the right things. So, motivational speaking. Yeah. That's where I want to go with. And with this book, there's a lot of good stuff in there to help them out. Actually, this book has literally saved people's lives.
What they said?
Yes, because like one lady, she was a grandmother. She had low self-esteem. She read my book. She went back to school, and now she's employed for herself, self-employed.
Yeah.
Her self-esteem went up. And then there was another lady, another grandmother. She got the book, introduced it to her grandson. He was one of those bad people, So one day, one of his friends came over and wanted him to help go rob somebody, and he had got introduced to my book. So he didn't go.
Okay.
A few days later, the grandmother told me that the boy went ahead and robbed somebody anyway. And she told me that the man he had robbed came around looking for him and he was going to kill him. And she said, had her grandson been with him, he would have been trying to kill him too. So it literally saved their lives.
Yes. Y'all better get that book.
Power Thoughts.
Yes.
Empowering for Successful Life. And the book also, it tells you to do the moral things too, like not stealing and, be honest and be the best, because like a lot of kids, they're satisfied with a C, and some of them, if I get a D, I'm passing. But then When you go to the doctor, you don't want a D doctor. You want an A doctor.
You do.
You want the best doctor there is. So I'm telling people to be the best. Don't settle for mediocre stuff. Don't settle for a C when you can get a B or you can get an A. Don't settle. So that's one of the things I'm telling them. And for some of the women, they dumb themselves down to be attracted to men. No, make them come up. If they can't accept you as being brilliant, you don't need them.
That's true.
So that's some of the stuff I'm teaching in this book.
So what is like one thing somebody can do to get your book? Like, how can they find it?
Oh, you can. The book is on the internet. Just Google.
Google. You sell on Amazon?
Yes.
Okay.
Amazon, Lulu.com. A lot of places have it, but Lulu.com, that's the place to get it.
Okay, that's what she wants you to
That's
get
where I want you to go.
Okay.
Lulu.com. And get the book. But you can Google it. Amazon has it, and several other people.
And then before we head out, what is one power thought you would give your younger self today?
A power thought I would give my younger self. Gee whiz. You don't have to put out somebody else's light to make yours shine.
That's true. Yes.
That's one I
That's
like.
the one you live by.
Yeah, because I've always been one of those people who try to help people. Where some people say, I got mine, you got to get yours. Me, I got mine, come on and get you some too. That's the way I am. Even for my show, when I did People TV, I'm always bringing people on, trying to promote them, make them shine. That's just the way I am. I've always tried to help everybody else because I want everybody to do well. I'm not trying to keep it out to myself. I'm not trying to, be big. To me, I'm a little person. Somebody else might think I'm big. But to me, I'm just a normal peon. That's what I am to me.
Yeah.
But I'm always trying to help somebody, to succeed.
Well, I definitely appreciate you for coming in.
Oh,
sharing your story.
Thank
y'all
you.
Make sure y'all check out
got to get
Power Thoughts. Who gonna hold it? We don't know. We like I hold it. Yeah. Make sure y'all check out Power Thoughts. Y'all can get it on Amazon, Lulu.com. No, that's what you said, right? That's
Lulu.com. Even if you just Google the book, Power Thoughts by Sylvia Hayes. Gotta get that because there are other Power Thoughts out there too.
Okay.
Yeah, Sylvia Hayes now. Power Thoughts by Sylvia Hayes. You'll see the book.
Yes. And
when you see this book, you're gonna want it and want everybody else to have it. It's a great gift for graduation because I was saying that every student, every senior, be it high school or college, should leave school with this book in their hand. It is so empowering. It will be enriching. A lot of stuff your mama tell you and you don't pay attention to, it's in the book.
Yeah.
And
they're really, like she said, there's no age limit either because we can pick it up right now and gonna teach you something, help you day by day. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like I said, make sure y'all go get Power Thoughts, okay, on Lulu.com. And until next time, y'all can follow. Oh, hey, yeah, real quick, let them know where they can follow you at, Miss
You can follow me, Sylvia Hayes, on Facebook, and then I have a Facebook page called Power Thoughts. Power Thoughts on Facebook. Instagram is Sylvia Hayes as well. In case you forget what I look like, it's the pretty one.
And is okay.
It's the pretty one because you're gonna see a whole bunch of Sylvia Hayes. Which one is it? It's the pretty one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate y'all for checking in. You can always follow me on Instagram at EntertainMe Jody and head over to EntertainMeJody.com so you can stay up to date with all of our exclusive content. We're meeting new people, okay, sharing products, gifts, all of that. So make sure y'all tap in, stay tuned in, and subscribe. But until next time, see y'all.